So if y'all watch the Rio video, I literally just ended, stopped recording and just started recording just so I could have two videos. Um, but we about to watch Gully Boy react to BabyTron because he kept mentioning him in the Rio video. I'm like, damn, he must have did it. So I just looked
Gully
it
Boy
up.
back at you with a brand new series. In this series, I'm gonna be reviewing most popular songs by various rappers. This can consist of old and new rappers, but for now, I want to focus on newer rappers. And for this video, I'm gonna be checking out the most popular songs from BabyTron.
So I didn't know that people was like recommending who to listen to Gully.
Now, as I was working on my Wayne reviews, I kept getting recommended a new track from BabyTron called 100 Bars. I must admit that the title and thumbnail was most certainly click-worthy, and that's exactly what I did. Coming in at BabyTron's 10th most popular song, we have 100 Bars.
1 to 1, it ain't no duplication of my DNA. Two hoes, one a scammer, other one a CNN.
Now, I've heard some of BabyTron's songs here and there, and although I'll admit that he has great flow and says clever bars, I often find myself not coming back to his music. There's a high sense of repetition when it comes to certain concepts of his songs, and his latest track 100 Bars is a perfect example of this. Although I enjoy the instrumentals on this track, Tron's subject matter is very repetitious, and he really doesn't do anything clever to keep my attention. The song is called 100 Bars. Instead of just rapping 100 bars, he incorporates the numbers throughout the track, and he uses this method to actually count to 100. When I listened to this track more than once, it just got more annoying, as all I could hear was someone counting to 100. Now, this is me speaking of the song by itself without
I'm dumb as hell. I didn't notice he was counting until he got to 21 when I first heard the song.
the music video. For a standalone track, it doesn't have any replay value in my opinion. But when I listened to this song along with the video, I got a better experience. Lyrical Lemonade's music videos are always top tier, and this video is up there with probably some of his best. The song's concept works perfectly with what's going on in the video, which kept my attention. With all that being said, I can only enjoy this song when I'm watching the video. Without the video, this song gives me a serious headache.
I never thought about
A,
that.
that's for active. B for blick, hit him, make him do a backflip. C for crock.
A to Z is another track that I couldn't avoid as it's part of a meme. Someone decided to add this song to a video showcasing the Ethiopian dance, and whoever it was that did this is an absolute genius, as this track fits perfectly with that video.
That's for active. B for blick, hit him, make him do a backflip. C for crock.
Them Ethiopians
Bro
was
was
straight hitting
hitting
that
that
shit,
bitch
and the song
so
itself also bangs. The instrumental is
he
supremely
put
hard,
his neck
and
into it.
BabyTron
Hold up.
comes through with the
Hold up.
Them Ethiopians was straight hitting that shit, and the song itself
Yeah.
also bangs. The instrumental is supremely hard, and BabyTron
Bro,
comes
crazy
through with a
for that
unique concept that doesn't feel repetitious. This time he's rapping from A to Z, which was already done by countless rappers. But here, Tron doesn't go straight into rapping the alphabet as he drops a verse, which then goes into him rapping the alphabet. This, along with the instrumental, makes this track an absolute banger.
Shit, I'm getting 34 verse. I got the gift of gab. Me and Brody tripping. Ain't no acid. We ain't split the tab.
Euphoria 2 is the second track of this video, and it's a laid-back track, which includes BabyTron reciting some very inspirational bars. On the last track, A to Z, he called himself the Punch God, and that's exactly what his flow sounds like. It just sounds like someone is constantly punching in their raps. Not that this is a bad thing, it actually works well for him. I really like the instrumental on this one. It sounds like one of those motivational beats, along with it having a relaxed element to it. Tron does exceptionally well on his verse, making this track a serious banger.
Could I forget where I'm from? The double cups be mud. Trying to swim around the deep with sharks. Oh yeah, you funny guppy. Off-white Haran Preston came through looking European. Hopping out the ship, copping drip, drove the Vertini.
Eurostepper is a very generic track, and it also feels dull. Tron's flow also might be becoming repetitive. Maybe it's just this track, because the instrumental here isn't all that great in my opinion. Not really too much to say about this one, as it's very generic and boring.
Bitch, I had a status before time added
When I first heard this, after I react to it, why did I press X on the controller? After I react to this when it first dropped, I had it on repeat like that whole week. MySpace was too cold. And I think this was one of his like first songs solo where he had got 1 million views. It was either that or the Prince of the Mint maybe, but so but I had this on repeat. And I didn't know this
My
was one of his
Space
biggest
has
songs.
the same feel as Euphoria 2. Here we have another laid-back instrumental along with Tron's braggadocious raps. I'm honestly impressed that Tron is able to keep my attention on certain tracks. These types of songs might be my favorite from him, as the concept and production is simple and effective.
Yeah, damn,
I've
John Boy
also
go crazy.
noticed that this song, along with Euphoria 2, come from an album called Ben Reaper 3: The Old Testament. This might have to be the project that I check out first, as I really enjoy the songs from it.
Jay Crawford score a foe off the dribble. In that Batmobile, we spent the block. They tryna solve the riddle. Reach for a chain, boy, your ass made a huge mistake. Mr. Do the dash in the coupe, no, I don't use the brake.
On the
I'm
first
banging
couple of
this,
listens,
too.
I wasn't feeling this track, but on like the fourth listen, it started to bang. The instrumental gives me West Coast
Why is
vibes.
that? Why is that a thing? Like, I'm trying to think of what song didn't I like. What song didn't I like, and then I kept hearing it. Block Party by Sada and Drago. I remember Hotline Bling. I didn't like Hotline Bling at all when I first heard it. Then I think I heard it at a party. I'm like, damn, this shit got a nice. Why does that happen? Like,
And Tron's punch in flow goes crazy here. His delivery is also more aggressive here, which adds to the hypeness of the beat. One thing I'll give Tron credit for is that he keeps my attention when I listen to his verses. I understand most of his references, and he's also funny at times. Even though his subject matter is pretty much the same, I can say that he does a great job switching it up on certain songs. With all that being said, this track is an overall banger.
Rocky took him up. Every dub, I gotta take a diamond, go and put it up. You be scared where I be, cause you ain't hood enough. Birds of a feather flock together, gang in goose coat. I was Lil Dog, now my pay like Manute Bug.
I remember hearing the name Manute Bol, and when I looked him up, I instantly recognized him. He was one of the tallest basketball players in the NBA, and the only correlation that he has to this song is when Tron states that his money is stacked up to his height. If I'm being honest, this song doesn't have the same bump as previous tracks, making it just decent. One thing I'm starting to realize about Tron is that he doesn't really switch his style up. I feel like he's in his comfort zone, and he doesn't want to step out. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but I fear that if I ever decide to listen to a full project from him, I'm gonna get the same repetitious flows. It all depends on how he executes it, as some tracks bump more than others. But this track is as decent in my opinion, as other songs are better.
Why the fuck is you running, boy? I'ma hawk you down. Bitch thinker, baby daddy tough, he getting bossed around. Free Unky, caught him with some hopping off the
I remember hearing one of these types of tracks from Tron, and I was more annoyed than I was impressed. Tron's basically rapping over other artists' beats.
Nah, let me say something about like the Prince of the Mint. Like, a lot of people in Michigan used to do that. Like, it was, I'm gonna just say it's a Michigan thing. They rap on other Michigan beats. You feel me? I know Dame Dot. I think it was Dame Dot. He used to do it. Everybody used to just do it, but it was just on some cool shit. Like, his shit just happened to blow up for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Not because it was bad or whatever, but it was
First
cool.
thing that comes to mind,
But from them outside looking in, people will say, "Oh, that's annoying," or a lot of people in Michigan used to do that.
when rappers use this concept is jacking for beats by Ice Cube. On this track, Cube skillfully flows on other artists'
that's where they got it
instrumentals
from.
that keeps the listener engaged. In my opinion, BabyTron fails to do that on his attempts. The first thing that I have to point out is that when the beat switches on his versions, there isn't any unique transitions. One beat cuts off, and then it just goes to the next beat. Tron also stops rapping on
That's
the
how
beat,
it was
which
recorded.
eliminates smooth transitions from beat to beat. It almost feels like someone is pressing the skip button on an album or mixtape. The transitions are just really bad here. On this song in particular, I believe that Tron is rapping over well-known Detroit instrumentals. I recognize
Or
Sada
I think
Baby,
it's part
TJX6, and It's So Cold in the D.
3-6 of burners cookie, bitch, I'm floating.
And I like
I never knew that's what that was. That's
that he
hilarious.
incorporated Doughboy's cash out at the end.
Coupe, it won't stop zoom. Then I went and did my daily spin, what my ops doing.
That Good Day track by HBK was incredible. Another flaw about these BabyTron tracks is that I just want to hear what the next beat is going to be, as Tron doesn't really do anything unique with his vocals.
High as hell moonwalking, smooth criminal. No, for real, I feel like Mike Jack.
I can honestly understand why these are his most popular tracks. It's a concept that no one is really doing, and Tron's one of the popular names in rap right now. But as I stated before, I'm not a fan of his execution on these tracks.
Because them is his biggest songs, and it's like it's just it's random to me that those blew up. when
I
he got
feel
songs
like he could be
Scam
more
Season,
creative
Inspired.
instead of just punching in basic verses about the same topic of flexing and hitting dudes with the Glock. It's crazy because at the beginning of this one, he did two smooth transitions. The first beat he rapped on was the Polo G Michael Jackson instrumental, which then transitions to Nardo Wick's Who Wants Smoke, where he mimics the phrase,
Dropping red in my pop, I don't pull no green. What the fuck is that?
That was a cold transition, and the transition into Jack Harlow's What's Poppin' was clean too.
Teacher, it's like jumping. I got 2 sticks.
After that, there were no more clean transitions. I think he needs to listen to other rappers that have used this concept, as his versions lack those smooth transitions.
I feel like when he did the Prince of the Mitten, I don't know, I ain't gonna say he didn't expect it to blow up, but even from the interview, he said he was just doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a song he was just gonna do, and it was just gonna be out because that's what everybody else did. But that shit blew up, so it was probably like, oh, let's do it again.
Could also infuse a constant flow with the instrumental as well, like how T.I. did on his version for Jackin' for Beats, which I've just heard for the first time as for educational purposes for this video.
Me and Stan ran it up off of EDD. Bitch, you'll never get a ring like CP3. Ain't no coffee in my cup, bitch, I'm drinking lean.
Okay, out of all of Tron's Jackin' for Beats tracks, this one is probably the best one in my opinion. One of the critiques that I had on King of the Galaxy was that he should infuse his flow with the beat's transitions. He actually does that on this one, which makes it more enjoyable. By him doing this, it doesn't just sound like the beat is changing, but there are still some instances where it does sound like that. If I had to guess, this was his first time doing this concept, and his fans begged for him to do more. Now, this is just an assumption, and I could be wrong, but that's the feel I get from this. This one is
I feel like I said, I feel like he just was doing it again because it blew up. Or like I know King of the Galaxy, I believe, was recorded by Lyrical Lemonade
exceptionally well, as all the Detroit instrumentals not.
So if he was like, oh yeah, we should do that again, and Lyrical Lemonade say let's do it, he gonna definitely do it.
And Tron does an overall good job of infusing his flow with the instrumentals. I definitely recognize the TJX6 Dark Web instrumental.
Vanilla this, vanilla that, the young Tron was Giffy grab.
And the Dope Boys Cash Out Our Dog Hoes beat.
I've been dogging hoes since I was 12, this shit ain't nothing new. Dog shit militia, up some paper, we won't fuck with you.
Gotta give this boy props for those.
Walk into the spot and run it like I'm Chris Breezy. Sweater by the gallery, I think the kick's easy.
Oh, that's
the
the
only
one
good thing
that was
about this
Lyrical
one is the
Lemonade.
beats. As I'm listening to this, I just want to know what the next beat is. Since he's now the emperor of the universe, he's coming through with a ton of classic hip-hop instrumentals. He's got a lot of old school beats like California Love, Juicy, and It Was a Good Day. He's even coming through with some R&B beats from the likes of Chris Brown. Modern day classics like Finito from Chief Keef and Mask Off by Future, and even new bangers like Free Dog by NBA Youngboy and Sorry About That from Yeet.
She eat me up like it's Benny Hanna. Walking out kicks, say Balenciaga. Hill Kitty, you do 150, this not a Honda.
But like I said, that's the only good thing about this one. He really missed the opportunity to make something extremely unique with all these classic and dope instrumentals. Instead, he just uses his signature punch-in flow with rhymes that consist of same old topics of flexing on the haters and hitting dudes with the Glock. Real missed opportunity with this one. In conclusion, BabyTron is not a bad.
But his biggest songs, to me personally, BabyTron, is definitely not even his best song. Like the songs with the most views is definitely not even his best song. Now, like MySpace, that's fire. Even Game Breaker got deleted. That shit went crazy. They best song to me personally was the song Ric Flair. They deleted it. You know what I'm saying? That was before they was famous. That was their best song. That shit went crazy. But like to me, they best songs aren't even their biggest songs. To me personally.
Bad rapper.
I'm sure
I feel like he's too much in his comfort zone. This is
like your favorite songs by them be the ones that ain't even got that many views.
Not a bad thing, as he's shown that he can be entertaining on multiple tracks that I've heard in this playlist. If I ever get a chance to listen to a project from Tron, I just hope that it's not repetitious. I would also like for him to be more creative with his concept tracks, as those are what brings him the most traction. I don't think the music videos are enough to keep people coming back, as the tracks themselves are not great. Of course, I'm speaking for myself here, but I think he would be a much bigger artist if he really made those songs more than what they are. He definitely has the potential to be something great. I just feel like he needs to step outside the box in order to achieve it. But with all that being said, this was the first installment of checking out popular songs from rappers. I might set up a poll for you guys in the future for artists you guys.
That's crazy. He did BabyTron first. If y'all just watched the Rio video I did, I literally just clicked record, stop recording, and started recording again from when I started that video. But yeah, it's just I had seen him listen to Rio. I'm like, top 10 songs from Rio. I don't expect Gully Boy to listen to Rio, but I ended up checking it out, and I guess it was just a video type topic he was doing. So,
just want me to review. But for the next video, I'm gonna review Yeat's most popular songs. Until then, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. GB signing out.
That's hilarious. Like I definitely don't expect him to like BabyTron. Everybody, what I'm trying to say. BabyTron and like Michigan music ain't for everybody, but he one of them rappers. Like if you fuck with him, you fuck with him hard. You feel me? But shit, we out.